You know, the great part about being a historical nerd is that you also make friends with other historical nerds that have very interesting items which you can temporarily steal to make videos about on the internet. Now in this video I'll only briefly be going over the history of the Brodie helmet. I'll rather go over its design and its use, more or less. Anyway, let's get into it. Now the first Brodie helmets were issued in 1915, made out of tin to replace the not so efficient or effective Forger caps / peaked caps that they were wearing in 1914. They made them out of tin originally, but when the German Stahlhelm came along in 1916, they started to be made out of steel. Now, perhaps the most noticeable thing of the Brodie helmet when compared to the German Stahlhelm is its bowl-like shape. And the British used this all the way up until the 1960s, until they turned to the more Stahlhelm-style helmets that all modern armies have today. But why was this bowl shape existing? What was the point of it? Well, you have to look at the casualty sections of the war. And the number one cause of death, surprisingly in the war, was not disease, it was not bullets, it was not gas, it was artillery. More than 60% of all casualties were caused by artillery. And cloth caps didn't provide much protection against artillery shells, or shrapnel. So the British decided to invent a helmet similar to the design of the French Adriatic helmet, which would protect them from overhead exploding shells and shrapnel, but unlike the Stahlhelm, would not protect them from grenades. Although because artillery were more deadly than grenades, it was more important to deal with that. Now the reason for the Brodie helmet's such long use within the British Army, and even today in some countries, is, well, usually just because the British didn't want to change. They had suffered 2 world wars and their empire was slowly crumbling, so they had to keep them in service for as long as possible. It's the old attitude. If it works, don't replace it. Anyway, that sums up this short video. May not be the most in-depth video, but this was just a brief explanation over the Brodie helmet in general. I want to thank you all for watching, please like and subscribe, and until next time, cheers and goodbye.